Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to the class of Islamic Banking and Finance. Today is fourth lecture of Islamic Banking and Finance. Today we will discuss the debt-based financing. Debt-based financing means that non-PLS modes. Non-PLS modes means non-profit and loss sharing modes. Non-profit and loss sharing modes means that you are not investing in goods or in instruments by profit and loss sharing. By profit and loss sharing, such as you are investing in the stock exchange, you are purchasing the stocks of a company. In the stocks of company, you will get loss and you will get profit, both of them, by the company. If company goes to the profit, you will get profit from the company. If the company goes to the loss, you will get loss from the company. So this is the profit and loss sharing modes. But today we will discuss non-profit and loss sharing modes, that are debt-based financing. Debt-based financing means you are financing the debt in your sales, the debt in your business. Debt-based financing, we will discuss all these topics, such as buy as salam with deferred delivery sale. Deferred delivery sale means the supplier will deliver the products or goods to the buyer by different times, not on the spot. This is called deferred delivery sales. We will also discuss buy al istisna. It means manufacturing sale. Manufacturing sales means that when you get raw material from the abroad from another person and produce or apply the process on this raw material and produce or convert or shift this raw material into finished goods, and you will sell this finished goods to the customer by profit. This is called manufacturing sale. Next, we will discuss buy al istijrar. It means supply sale. Supply sale means that you are not involving the raw material in your production. You will not apply processing on your raw material. It's the simple the purchasing of finished goods and selling back this finished goods to the customer and getting profit. This is called buy al istijrar. Next topic we will discuss the Qard Hasana. We have also discussed in before lecture. Next topic, the main topic, is continuous instruments. In continuous instruments, we will discuss buy al ina. It means that back-to-back repurchase. Back-to-back repurchase means that when you purchase something from the bank and again you repurchase that thing from the bank by another price, this is called back-to-back repurchase. It means that you purchase something, you sell to the bank something, again you repurchase that thing from the bank. This is called back-to-back repurchase. Next topic will be the at-tawaruq. It means tripartite sale. Tripartite sale means when there are three sellers involved in selling of one product. That is tripartite sale. We will discuss in detail in the next or upcoming slides, inshallah. Next topic we will discuss is the buy al dain, means sale of debt or bill discounting. Sale of debt means the selling of debts, the purchasing of debts from one person and selling this debt to the another person is called sale of debt. Clear? Let me start with the very first topic of the debt-based financing or not profit loss sharing modes. Dear students, before I told you that non-profit and loss sharing modes means that you are not purchasing the products or instruments which will share the profit and loss with you. These are another types of financing, such as the following. The following instruments are the most commonly used within in Islamic banking and finance. They are the Sharia compliance, alternative ways to the interest-based modes of financing. Conventional banks use interest-based modes of financing, but Islamic banks use the alternative ways to adjust the interest-based modes of financing. What are these alternative ways? The first way is murabba, mean cost plus sale. Cost plus sale means that someone purchase products from someone and sells back these products to the customer and makes profit on these. This is called cost plus sale. Why cost plus sale? The price by which they purchase the product from someone, that is cost, and the price when they sell this product to someone else or to the customer, that is the sale. So cost plus sale, and here there is a markup for the seller, and this markup means the profit to the seller implies a markup in price. The merchandise is purchased, it means the products are purchased from someone, the buyer markup up the price and sells it to the customer and thus benefit from the profit. The seller is benefited by the profit, and this profit is called markup. And what is markup? The markup is the sale price. Markup is the sale price. It means that when a person purchases a product from someone by $10 and sells it back to customers by $11, so the $1 is benefit, the $1 is profit for the seller. So this is the markup sale. This is cost plus sale also. This is murabba in Islamic banking. The next topic which is related to murabba, that is buy bitman ajil, BBA. It is the type of murabba. It is the deferred payment. BBA means deferred payments. It means that before I told you, when a person purchases a product from someone and sells back to the customer, to someone else, so this is the murabba. But when a person purchases a product from someone, not paying the price on the spot, but paying the price in different times, this is BBA. He sells the product back to customer by spot rate, but the seller pays to the supplier by different times. This is called deferred payments. Deferred payments in the case of financing, murabba is the useful alternative to conventional loans. When it is combined with buy bitman ajil, it means that sale with different payments. Sale with different payments. Clear? Next topic is the murabba related example. Goods are supplied from the supplier to the bank. Immediate supply. What are these goods? Goods can be cars, goods can be houses, goods can be property, anything. Goods can be money even. Goods can be money even. So this money or this car or this house is transferred back to the customer. Now, when the customer pays to the bank on the spot, it means that the deal is done by murabba. When the customer pays to the bank by different time, it means that they involve the BBA in their deal, the BBA in their business. When bank purchases product from the supplier by $1 lakh and it will be sold to the customer by 1,30,000, so 30,000 is the markup for the bank. But customer is not going to pay on the spot. Customer will pay to the bank by different times. But before the selling of the products to the customer, the bank is owner of the product. Clear? Next topic is ijara. Ijara means leasing, entails that ownership remains that of the lessor and is to be transferred to the lessee by way of usufruct. Usufruct. For example, the right to use it. Usufruct means that when a person gets something or some property or house or any asset from a person, from another person, and he has the right to use this property, he has the right to use this product, this is called usufruct. The lessee pays the lessor for the duration of the contract at an agreed amount. Upon the close of an ijara contract, means upon the close of leasing contract, the lessee may return the assets to the owner. The lessee may sign another contract to continue leasing. the lessor may offer to sell the assets to the lessee under another contract. This is known as al-ijara tamma al-bai. I thought the lessor may give the assets as a gift to the lessee, no problem. Lessee can get the gift as a gift the ownership of that product. This is referred to as al-ijara muntahiya, a contract of leasing ending with the ownership. Ijara cannot be applied to money. Ijara cannot be applied to the money or any perishable goods. We cannot apply the ijara to the money or any other perishable goods such as foods. We cannot apply ijara to the foods or other things that can be consumed such as fuel. Fuel is consumed. Ijara cannot be applied to money or any other perishable goods such as food. Food is out of ijara. Food is not used as a leasing. Money is not used as a leasing. And other goods, other things which are usable, which are perishable, which are consumable, such as fuel. Fuel is consumable. So on the fuel we cannot apply the leasing concept. Ijara can also be used in reference to the services given by a person such as a lawyer who is paid by the or for their services. So ijara is applied to the lawyer. Clear? Next topic is buy as-salam. Deferred delivery sales or prepaid sales. Prepaid sales. You better know the prepaid. When you purchase products, but you paid the prices of those products in some past time. You paid the prices of those products in some past time. This is called prepaid sales or deferred delivery sales. It means delivery of products by seller in different times. When the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Medina, the inhabitants used to pay in advance for dates to be delivered a year or two later. The Prophet told the people, whoever pays in advance for dates to be delivered later should pay it for a non-specified weight and measure of the dates. Selling agricultural produce in advance is permissible, providing certain conditions are fulfilled. There are some conditions which will be fulfilled. Some may refer to a salam contract as a forward contract. However, a forward contract involves a deferred payments as well as deferred delivery. Among the conditions of a salam contract is the upfront spot payment. This may help the farmer with the means of sustenance or for the finance needed to harvest the crops, as the hadith above mentioned. The salam contract must stipulate a specified measure for a specific time period. So this is buy as-salam. Next, buy al-istisna, manufacturing sale. This sale requires the manufacture, assembly, construction, etc. of a specified item or items. This could be used for the production of electrical goods, machineries, a construction of a house, a plane, etc. There are a lot of goods and services which will be assembled, which will be processed, which will be produced by the owner of the company. Unlike a salam sale, as istisna sale may consist of a deferred payments, lump sum or installments depending on the agreement, no problem. You can pay lump sum, you can pay in different installments in different times, but it is a buy al istisna, manufacturing sale. Before I also told you that manufacturing sale means that when you purchase raw material from someone else and you apply process on those raw material and convert it into finished goods and sell these finished goods to the customers by profit. So this is called by al istisna or manufacturing sale. It involves assembly, it involves construction, it involves manufacturing, producing, manufacturing of machinery, manufacturing of shoes, manufacturing of textile, manufacturing of mobiles, assembly of cars, assembly of cold drinks, constructions of houses. These are of specified item or items. Next topic is by al istijrar, supply sales. This involves the delivery of certain goods periodically over time. Likewise, the price can be paid periodically according to the agreement of both parties. So this is supply sale. When you will not apply any process, you will not apply any assembly, you will not make any construction goods, you will not manufacture or produce anything. You simply purchase these products, these assembly goods, these constructive goods from someone else. So this is the supply sale. The next topic is Qard Hasan, benevolent loans. This is a loan that involves no interest. The principal is paid at a later date without any increase. If one borrows $1,000, they will repay $1,000 at a later date in some future time. So this is called Qard Hasan. It's very simple. It's very simple. Everyone must know about Qard Hasan. It's a regular thing we are facing every day in our lives by Qard Hasan. It's called benevolent loans. These are benevolent loans. They are without interest loans. Clear? Next topic is the continuous instruments. In continuous instruments, the following or products are used in some countries, yet have received the most criticism from various scholars, such as by al-inah, back-to-back repurchase. One's contract that comes under scrutiny is by al-inah. By al-inah contract is always is under scrutiny. When someone requires money, they sell a product to the bank in receipt of cash. They will receive the price of that product on the spot. The seller then agrees to buy back the product from the bank at a higher price to be paid in the future. This is by al-inah, back to back repurchase. Commonly through installments such as BBA, deferred payments. Therefore, it includes a spot sale and a credit sale, both of them. There is a spot sale as well as a credit sale. Most scholars criticize this sale as a form of riba through the back door. It shows there is a riba, but in the back door. You sell product to the bank by the agreement of that I will repurchase this product from you by a higher price. So you can see that there is a riba, there is interest in back end. In back door there is interest. The sale is artificial in order to receive cash. The bank buy the goods momentarily for which it has no use. Al-inah involves two sales in one contract. One is spot sale and another is credit sale. Two sales in one contract. Therefore, it is called back-to-back repurchase because there are two sales involved in by al-inah. The Prophet forbade two sales in one contract. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has forbidden the sale of the contract of two sales. There must not be involved two sales in one contract. There are two sales. When you make an agreement, make a contract with bank that you are selling product to the bank by agreeing that I will purchase this product in higher price in some future time. So this is two sales. This agreement, this contract involves two sales. One on spot sale and another is credit sale. So spot sale and credit sale, two sales are involved in buy al-ina and back-to-back repurchase. So it is therefore is under scrutiny. It is under criticism. Most of the scholars criticize this type of contract. You cannot make such contracts which involves two sales, such as buy al-ina. Customer sells goods to the bank by $100 on the spot and pays the $100 bank to the customer, but customer repurchase this product from the bank in $110. It means in different times, but there is a change of two prices. Customer sells product to the bank by $100 but repurchase back this product from the bank by $110. Either it is spot rate, either it is credit rate. Either they make spot rate, either they make credit rate, different payments in different times, but there is the interest or riba and backdoor. So this backdoor riba is prohibited by the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Next, at-tawaruq. And buy al-ina, repurchase, identity of the customer and supplier is the same. Customer ends up with the $100 cash and deferred debt of $110. Ends the contract with $100 and but differs with the $110. Profit in this case is not result of a genuine sale and is therefore indistinguishable from riba. You cannot distinguish from the riba. It's same like riba. Clear? Next topic is at-tawaruq. Tawaruq has been criticized as being related to al-ina in the sense that it is seen as a mean to bypass riba. Others may see it as legitimate sale. Some scholars do not use this. Those who tolerate this sale may do so based on the individual's need for instant cash, providing certain conditions are met. As there are involved three parties in tawaruq, for example, the customer seeking cash approach the bank. The bank buys a product from a vendor, then sell it to the customer, such as BBA, by Murabba markup, sell with different payments. The customer agrees and then requires the bank now as an agent to sell it to a vendor on their behalf in order to receive cash. The customer gains liquidity, yet now they have a higher debt to pay at a later date. Such as you can see in this chart. Goods are supplied by the supplier to the bank by immediate pay, and the bank pays to the supplier by $1 lakh on the spot payment. There is no deferred payment, but bank sells this product to the customer. Customer will pay to the bank by different times, by different payments, 1,30,000. It is same like the BBA. It's same like the BBA, same like the Murabba. But customer again sells this product to another customer by spot. So who lost? The first customer A losses, because he purchased the product by 1,30,000 and again it sells back to another customer by $1 lakh. So there is difference between 1,30,000 and 1 lakh. There is loss of 30,000. So what is the profit of customer? Why he is doing like this? He purchased the product by 1,30,000 and sells back by $1 lakh. Why? Because Customer, what is the profit? Profit for customer A is $1 lakh. He gets $1 lakh on the spot, but pays the 1,30,000 to the bank in different times, maybe after 1 year, maybe after 2 years. So the customer A will use this 1,30,000, invest in somewhere another place, and gets profit. Maybe possible customer A will get 1,50,000. Customer will use this $1 lakh, will invest this $1 lakh in somewhere another place, invest in stocks, invest in bank. He will get 1,50,000. He will pay 1,30,000 to the bank, and 20,000 may be profit for the customer. So this is a type of tripartite sale. So one sale from the supplier to the bank, next sale from bank to the customer, next sale to the customer A to the customer B. So there is 3 types of sales. So this tripartite sale is probated by the Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It is same like by Al-Ina transaction. It is called a Tawaruq. And by Al-Ina, identity of the customer A and supplier is the same. You can see supplier is also getting $1 lakh, and the customer is also getting $1 lakh. So the identity of the customer and supplier is the same, while in Tawaruq it is not. Customer A ends up with the cash that is resulted of a genuine sale to the customer B. This mechanism is used in some countries for credit cards arrangements. However, organized Tawaruq, where goods suppliers and customer B have same identity, may resemble by Al-Ina transaction. Clear? Next topic is buy a dain. Sale of debt or bill discounting. The Sharia promotes investment in tangible assets. You can, Sharia promotes, Sharia permits you to invest in the tangible assets as opposed to investment in debts. You cannot invest in debts, but you can invest in tangible assets. The only exception put forward is by the Shafi'i scholar. Shafi'i scholar for the sale of debt is when the debt is sold off or passed on at par value without any discounting. This condition is necessary in order to prevent any form of riba or interest. Clear? In the following weeks, we look at how some of these mechanisms have been applied in the Islamic banking industry, such as A sells house to the B by bill of exchange, not by spot rate, by bill of exchange. So B will transfer this debt to the C. So this is probated. Transfer of debt, this is probated. This is bill of exchange is right, no problem. From A to B, it is right. You can sell anything to the B. Ali can sell anything to B. But B sells this sale to the C. This money or this transaction to the C. By $115 or by $110, no problem. Bill of exchange representing different payments of money. By $115, for example. Selling more money later for less money now. Transfer of debt only allowed at par value in order to prevent creation of riba. But you cannot prevent, you are not allowed to sell the debts to another person. Clear? Thank you so much. This was your today's lecture. I hope you will get my message in today's lecture. It's very easy, dear students. I will provide all the data in reading material as well. I will provide the slide as well in your WhatsApp group, and video you will download. You can download from my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. This is our 4th class. So we discussed all these topics which are related to the debt financing.